Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If it is your first time on this channel, you are so welcome. Feel at home. So today I'm back again with yet another educative video. Today I'm not doing a tutorial. We are just going to learn about something, and today we are going to learn about our machines. Yes, so many people have been asking me about the machines that I use, or the machine that you can use as a beginner. So before we go into all the details of which machine that you can use, whether you can use an industrial machine, electric machine, or a manual machine, let's first learn about the disadvantages and the advantages of all these machines. So if you want to know the kind of machine that you should use as a beginner, just watch this video to the very end. Let's get right into this video. So the advantages of a manual machine: first of all, it has low initial investment cost. They are quite cheaper than the electric machines or the industrial machines. For example, here in Uganda, you can get yourself a manual machine at around 300,000 Ugandan shillings. That is about $80. Minimum maintenance costs. So manual machines, they don't really require a lot of maintenance. The maintenance costs are minimal, and then they're easy to transport compared to the industrial machines. Industrial machines are usually very heavy, and they have large tables. Energy efficiency: no electricity is required when you're using a manual machine, though there are those manual machines where you can connect a motor and use it on electricity. Okay, there's also that, but still they don't require electricity. You can do without. So if you're in an environment where you don't have electricity, you can still use your machine. They're adaptable to various tasks. Like you can use, just like I said, you can use a motor on it. Advantages of the industrial machine: high speed sewing. So they say that a manual machine can sew about 5,000 stitches like per minute, okay, which increases productivity. Second one, the industrial machines, they have automated processes. They come with automated features like thread cutters. I'm going to show you, like on this, I have here my electric machine. This is a Hobbycraft, and it has like a cutter here, a thread cutter. So like when I'm sewing, I don't need to use my cutters to cut the thread or use the scissors or anything else. I can just use what is on the machine itself. And then the other advantage of the industrial machine or an electric machine: precise control, compared to the manual machines, because with the manual machines you have to keep pedaling and all that, like you use a lot of energy, and yet on the industrial machines or the electric machines, you just use the motor. You just have to control the speed. So they are like precise control. They're not really very hard to control when you master using them. Heavy duty construction: they withstand heavy use and harsh environments. Like on the industrial machines, they can, like they are designed to handle like heavy tasks. Okay, they are long lasting. They have long lasting components, so this reduces maintenance and repair. Then variety of stitches on the industrial machines or on the electric machines, especially like on the Hobbycraft machine that I have. Actually, it is a 19 stitch. It has like various stitches. You can do a straight stitch, you can do a satin stitch, you can do a blind hem, you can do a zigzag, you can do like that's just a variety of stitches, depends on whatever you want. So you just set it and you do the stitch that you want, which is not on the manual machine. Okay, the manual machines are usually limited. Some of them are limited to the zigzag and the straight stitches. They have interchangeable parts. Some industrial machines, like because I have an overlock machine, So I bought the machine as an overlock machine, but I can change it to also do baby lock. Okay, so they have like those interchangeable parts. You can just keep changing, and for you put it whichever way you want to use it. Let's go to the disadvantages. So the disadvantages of the manual machine, first of all, they are time consuming because they require manual efforts. Okay, remember, you have to keep pedaling and all that. It is really time consuming when you're using a manual machine, and maybe like you have a variety of work to do. It is really time consuming. Physical strain, fatigue, especially for repetitive tasks. Okay, so the manual machines, like I told you, like you have to keep pedaling and all that, so like it gives you fatigue, you know. I've heard of people who have gotten issues with their legs because of the pedaling, especially when they are doing repetitive tasks and, you know, a lot of work. Low productive rate, you know, like when you have a lot of work and you're using a manual machine where you are pedaling, it will really take you a lot of time to finish. So hence low productivity. Are more difficult to repair unless you get like an expert, but as an individual it can become so hard for you to repair them. All right, so let's go to the disadvantages of the industrial machine. First of all, the industrial machines are very expensive. They are of higher purchase. 2, large space requirements because they come with longer tables. Okay, and then they also have motors on them, so they really require large space. High energy consumption because all the industrial machines, they have motors, they rely on energy, electricity, so they really consume a lot of power, a lot of energy. They require regular maintenance. You have to keep checking the oil, you have to keep, you know, checking certain parts if they're still working and all that. Blood operation, like noise. Okay, they have this sound that comes out of them, and you know, some of them, like they vibrate. Actually, they vibrate and shake, you know, when you switch them on, they vibrate and shake. Yeah, so it can be really uncomfortable to some people. Difficult to move or transport because they come with large tables, they have big motors. So actually, as an individual, you cannot really carry it alone. You can't carry it alone. You need someone to help you. Okay, so they're really very hard to transport. They're difficult to move or transport. Reliance on electricity, they only rely on electricity compared to the manual machine. When I have my manual machine and then maybe electricity went off, I can still do my work. Okay, but when I have the industrial machine, when the power goes off and maybe I don't have any backup, like maybe a generator or whatsoever, that means my work is at standstill. I can't do the work. I have to wait for the power to be on. Okay, so they rely on electricity. All right, so the question comes in, which machine should you use as a beginner? In terms of costs, okay, if you're a beginner, and let me say if you're in Africa, okay, if you don't really have enough money to purchase a machine, like maybe an industrial machine or an electrical machine, you can go for a manual machine because first of all, it is cheap. You don't need electricity. It is portable to transport it. You can carry it anywhere else. So depending on your budget, okay, if your budget is low, I would advise you to go for a manual machine, okay, to start with. And then also, as a beginner, I really encourage people to start with manual machines because when you master using a manual machine, okay, it is very easy for you to control and use an electric machine because it does not really require a lot of effort. So I usually compare the manual machines to the manual cars. So a person who learns a manual car can easily operate the automatic car. Instead of you going for the industrial machine, you had better start with just an electric machine. Okay, these electric machines, usually they are very portable. Okay, they are very portable. You can move them. You can move with them. Some of them are like hand luggage. You can put them in your suitcase, move with them wherever you want to go with. So yeah, instead of, if you are somewhere where you cannot where you can't find a manual machine, just go for an electric machine. It is very easy to operate once you master it. So in my own opinion, you need to have other machines, okay, just depending on where you are. And if you are lucky enough and you have money to purchase the manual, and especially for us here in Africa, if you can purchase the manual and also the electric machine at the same time, it is also very good, because as we discussed earlier, when power goes off, you can use your manual machine, okay, and then if power is on, you can use your electric machine. So you can use them interchangeably like that. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you watched this video to the end and you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. See you in my next one.